Which way now for Volkswagen after the global emissions scandal? Thank you for joining us for another Bank of Cardiff newscast. European car manufacturer Volkswagen is embroiled in a PR disaster of unprecedented proportions following the recent global emissions scandal. Former chief exec Martin Winterkorn has stepped down, with Porsche boss Matthias Müller taking the reins and pledging to leave no stone unturned in the investigation into how the company cheated emissions tests on its diesel cars. So far, an undisclosed number of staff have been suspended as a result of what Volkswagen is referring to as unlawful behavior of engineers and technicians involved in engine development. Müller faces an uphill challenge to rebuild Volkswagen's tarnished reputation. Shares have plummeted as the company has been forced to admit that 11 million cars were fitted with the so-called defeat devices and has set aside 6.5 billion euros, that's $7 billion to fix the issues. But it's also looking at fines of a whopping 18 billion euros, $20 billion from US regulators, as well as legal action from customers and shareholders all over the world. So, how did it happen? Well, the story broke in the US after the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, discovered that models with Type EA189 engines had apparently been fitted with a device designed to reduce emissions of nitrogen oxides, or NOx, under testing conditions. Volkswagen was forced to recall almost 500,000 Volkswagen and Audi cars in the wake of the findings and admitted that the situation wasn't confined to the US. If its own estimates are correct, the company's defective vehicles could be responsible for nearly 1 million tons of air pollution globally each year. Now, the German government has estimated that 2.8 defective cars were sold in Germany and that commercial vehicles are also implicated. Around 50% of EU passenger cars are diesel, compared to just 3% in the US. Volkswagen has since announced a rejig of its management team. Operations in the US, Canada, and Mexico will be integrated into a new North America concern, while Porsche finds a slot among fellow sports car brands Bugatti and Bentley, with the Volkswagen brand uniting up with Seat and Skoda in a volume division. Not that even the most vigorous shake-up will do anything to prevent the advancement of a series of investigations in the US, Europe, and Asia that threaten to plunder Volkswagen's resources and result in large penalties. The nitric oxide, chemical formula NO, and nitrogen dioxide, NO2, found in diesel fumes are collectively referred to as nitrogen oxides, or NOx. Well, NOx gases both cause environmental problems, but it's NO2 that causes health problems, such as inflammation of the airways. A study in the British Medical Journal this year found that even brief exposure to NO2 increased the number of premature deaths from heart and lung disease by around 1%. It's recognized that official vehicle testing methods don't always pick up real-world emission levels because of the nature of the laboratory testing, but this latest development will increase the pressure on car manufacturers to be more honest and transparent about pollution. Volkswagen can expect to be under siege from all corners of the globe in the coming months. The Italian consumer rights group Altro Consumo will press its case for a class action suit against Volkswagen and Fiat for false advertising, potentially opening the floodgates for compensation payouts after laboratory tests showed that fuel consumption and CO2 emissions from the Volkswagen Golf 1.6 and Fiat Panda 1.2 were as much as 50% higher than claimed. It's a story that's likely to run and run. Join us later this week for another Bank of Cardiff newscast, and remember that all of our newscasts are available on our website www.bankofcardiff.com/newscasts.